Hey everybody, welcome back to my habitat. Today I'm going to be packing away my dahlia tubers for the winter. So this is my second year packing away dahlias for winter. What I did last year was keep them in my garage, which is only semi-insulated, so I think I got a little too cold. So this year I'm going to be keeping them in my basement. With that being said, if you have good knowledge on how to store dahlias, please let me know. Put it in the comments, let other viewers know. Share that knowledge, because if everybody starts sharing dahlias and getting more dahlia tubers every year, that means every neighborhood can be filled with them, which I want to see. So whenever I first dug these out of the ground, what I did was cut off the stalks and rinsed out a lot of the big chunks of dirt. I cut away anything that looked dead or starting to rot out. I dug them up like a day after it rained, so there was a lot of dirt on them. But if you also have, like over here, these still have dirt on them, that is fine. If your dahlias have dirt on them, that is not a bad thing. It's just another thing to protect them in storage. You just don't want any large clumps of dirt that's holding on to moisture, because then that can lead to rotting issues in storage. All I'm doing first is labeling my dahlias, so whenever I put them all in the box for storage, they're not getting all mixed up, and then next year, because they can look quite different, you'll be lost and you don't know what's what. So I'm labeling all these, just taking a piece of coated wire, wrapping it around the stalk or anywhere on the plant, not too tight, but enough where it's on. And then I'm just going to twist it, and then I'm going to put on a label. To pack away your dahlias, it's really simple. You need a box. This is just an Amazon box. It's something to insulate all the dahlias, which I'm going to be using just some good old-fashioned pine shavings. Bedding from this only cost $10, and this should be enough to do all my dahlias and then have some left over. So relatively cheap to store them. First you gotta open this big bag carefully, and I'd hate my backyard to look like a wood shop. I'm just going to put down a layer inside the box, and you can see inside the box I did have the dahlias sitting in here, so there's a little bit of dirt, but that's fine. It's all dry. Just a handful right in the bottom. So I have one Edison dahlia, put it like so. The other one right here. And I have a few little dahlias, little small dahlia tubers that are unmarked. I'm just gonna tuck them in the corner. Maybe I'll write that on the box afterwards. And then I'm just gonna refill with some wood shavings. And just close up the box. Edison dahlias are packed away, and now it's time to do the rest. The final two I have are just some ones that I'm packing away from my neighbor. This is my first year saving gladiola bulbs. Now what I've already done is pluck them from the ground and kept the foliage, kept them in my garage just to let the foliage die off so all that nutrients goes back into the bulb. And now I'm just gonna cut off the top, just like that. Put that to the side. Do it for the rest of them. similar with the dahlias. Handful of shavings inside of a bag this time. And then I'm just gonna plop them in. A little bit more. All finished up. All I have to do now is throw them in the basement for their hibernation over the winter, and then I get to take them out later next year. Now, of course, I'll be looking over the winter at tons of beautiful dahlias because I'm, of course, going to expand my addiction and get a few more varieties. But until then, I'm happy that I have these. Till next time, keep gardening.